All right, what's up, guys? Wanted to talk a little bit about confidence. This is like second try on this video, so hopefully it goes good. So building confidence is somewhat similar to building a house, I guess you can say. Um, there's a lot of base materials that most people know that you need in order to build a house or in order to build confidence. Um, Actually, I take that back. Not a lot of people really know what it takes to build confidence, and I actually didn't really know what it took until somewhat recently as well. But in order to build a house, you need, I don't know, like plywood, you need nuts, bolts, screws, all that type of stuff, right? Uh, there's all these little foundational aspects that go into play to eventually build a giant house. And that is also the same um, with confidence. Space right there. With building your confidence, there's just little tiny things that you need to put into place that eventually do build the big picture. And a lot of those tools and items that you put into place, you may not realize that you need until, I don't know, until like insight comes further down the road or until you start looking in different places. Like, there's a lot of things in my life that I didn't know I needed to implement until I started reading certain books, such as David Goggins' books, the book by Phil Knight called Shoe Dog, Seven Habits of Highly Effective People. There's a lot of things that I'm learning. Another one is Dancing with Life by Philip Moffitt, and a lot of Buddhism and stuff. There's a lot of things that I didn't realize that I needed to put into place in my daily life in order to build confidence. Um, so I guess my message here is confidence that is something that takes a while to build, but kind of like a house, but also it can take it so easy to be shot down and destroyed. So if say an earthquake comes along and just kills your foundation and messes everything up. So it takes a while to build confidence, but it's something that can vanish like that. So it's important that we keep chipping away at it and keep building it and building on top of that foundation. And eventually it'll be so strong that nothing can break it. And that's a goal, or that's something that I want to attain, is confidence so strong that even in the worst situations it can't be broken at all. Um, so it's confidence is daily habits, like morning habits, evening habits, afternoon habits, everything that build up over time. You're not going to see a huge jump in your confidence right out the gate. You might see improvements, and if you do see a huge jump, that's awesome, great for you. But a lot of the times it's going to come through or daily repetitions, doing stuff every single day, all the time, that eventually build to your confidence. So something for me, in order for me to have confidence mentally and on the outside world, I have to have confidence physically. So what that means for me is I have to feel strong, I have to feel somewhat good, or at least capable physically. I don't always feel good physically because I work myself to the bone, but I do feel capable all the time physically. So that's something that I've been working on every day. I get up at 4 a.m. most days. I get up at 4 a.m. I'm to the gym by 5, or on the weekends at 6. And even if I don't feel like going, I still go and I do something because it always makes me feel better that I went and I achieved the goal. Even though it may not have been the best workout, I still went and I achieved that goal for the day, which makes me feel good about myself. Which brings me to another point about confidence is uh, confidence is slowly built over time by doing all the things that you want to do throughout the day. So you have a goal in the morning, show up at work, do great at work. If you allow yourself to really slack at work, to really let things go, to not do your up, to not fulfill your utmost potential at work, at the end of the day, really your confidence, if you're being honest with yourself, and if you're a person like all other people, it's going to somewhat get to you that you didn't give it your all that day. So, in essence, I guess confidence, boiled down in its simplest form that's coming to my mind right now, all that I could really put confidence down for is doing those daily things that you want to do that make you feel good about who you are and what you accomplished. You do those every single day, and eventually confidence starts to build. and then confidence leads you to try other things that you never would have tried without confidence, which also builds confidence. Like I've never really raced a half marathon. I've only ran a half marathon a few times, so I don't have confidence in running a half marathon. The other week, I ran two half marathons on two separate days in the same week, plus all my other training. So that gave me a lot of confidence. And it's just doing the things that are going to give you confidence. Going out and running if you don't think you could run. Just doing it to your best ability. Everything you can. There's a good quote called "Everything," or that says everything you can do is, or all you can do is all you can do. Just make sure that all you're doing is all that you can do. So if you're giving it your all and you're not getting anywhere, well, you're still giving it your all, and that's all you can do. But you have to be honest with yourself and be sure that you are giving it your all every day and doing something. And even if you're starting from the lowest fucking possible point, so for me, coming from an extreme alcoholic, an extreme drug addict, one thing for me was, you know what, I had to really boil it down to its simplest fucking thing. Waking up and just not taking a sip until 8 a.m. That was a fucking win at some points. That bit gave me confidence to get to 9 a.m., to get to 10 a.m., to get to 11 a.m., to get past those shakes that first day. When you're coming from the absolute bottom, you build it one step at a time. When you're trying to build a house and you have nothing, you go out and you buy maybe a board or you buy a box of fucking nails or something. You do something that's gonna move yourself in uh, that goal that you want. So you want to have confidence. You're gonna have to do at least one thing every day. That one thing could also that can build into two things. Two things could build into three things, and before you know it, you're living your life with confidence. You're doing things. You're making decisions off of your deepest values. You're living life with purpose. You feel good about yourself. At the end of the night, you can look back and reflect on your day and say, I gave it my all. I checked off all the important things on my to-do list, and I lived today with purpose. So hopefully that gives you guys a little bit of insight into how to build confidence, and can help you out today, next week sometime. Yeah, that's it. Peace and love.